I wish it would quit doing that. It automatically unsets my microscope, my microphone. Now my scope is not working, my camera is not working, so I'm probably going to have to restart the computer just to get this going, which that is not good. I have no camera. Okay, I don't know what to do about this. Let's see. I guess I'll just end this stream, and I'm going to have to come back and start over again. It's going to be probably 15-20 minutes before I can get my computer restarted and figure out what's going on, but I will come right back, and we'll just get started a little bit later. So be watching for it, and let me see. I don't know if I can restart my computer without restarting the stream, so I can try, but I don't know that that's going to work. But anyhow, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what happens, and I will see you guys here in a few. Just be watching for me. I don't have any idea really what's going to happen, but here we go. Okay, just maybe I'm back. Can everybody hear me? I do believe we have a microscope now, which would have been, well, nearly an impossible task without. Let me know you can hear me, and I'll go ahead and get started with stuff. Stuff. You're very welcome, Mac. You can hear me. Okay, great. This is awesome. So now I know that if I have to, I can leave a stream and come back to the stream. I did not realize that the person doing the stream could do that, but evidently it is possible. So now we have microscopic power, and we are pretty much ready to go. I need to discuss with you real quick what's been going on and why I haven't been doing any broadcasts. There have been 3 days out of the last week where I was not very well. There were another 2 days out of the week where I was not in a mental space to be able to broadcast. And unfortunately, that does happen to me once in a while, and usually I try to reserve that for the days that I'm not already going to be planning broadcasts. But I am ready today. I am good today. Everything is good today. And I will be ready for all of the shows today post this one because, well, the settings remain the same on my computer while everything is up and actually working and moving. And I don't have to try resetting stuff and redoing stuff and doing anything else and stuff. Everything seems to be working. So here we go. I've got this up and ready. Here's our roll. It's a 1957D. I think we've already seen coins from a family of rolls like this before, but this is a 57D original Chicago Fed wrapped roll. Thank you, David. Let's see. Let me get my little tool out here. I'll let you look at something my wife got for me. The comedian she is. It's my Bob Ross pen. You see that right there? You can write with it. It's really cool. So my wife bought a Bob Ross pen for me. She says, well, I mean, if you sound like Bob Ross, you may as well have a Bob Ross pen, right? So we're going to get the roll open. We're going to dump it out. We're going to start looking under the scope and see what we can find. Wrapper over the coins, just like usual. And here we go, you happy little tree. Lives right over here. Okay, coin number 1. Coin number 1 will belong to Jim Fletcher. I think I saw Jim in here. Yeah, Jim's here. How you doing, Jim? Now, let me see what I can do to make my camera actually work. Let's see here. What's going on? Maybe it's my exposure. No, it's not my exposure. It's not that. Okay, the camera is not actually working. Let's see. White balance seems fine. Black balance seems fine. The camera's exposure time is fine. Well, I did not foresee this. Seems like a total blockade of the visibility of the camera altogether. Can't see anything. This is not good. Let's see if I get a snap. Okay, I do get a snap, and it's seeing what it's supposed to be seeing, but the video is black. The video is not working. Okay, we have an issue because I cannot broadcast this. Let's see if maybe that did anything. Nope, we're having issues. We are definitely having issues. No, I don't have any kind of a cap on this. It's not seeing anything through the scope. I haven't changed anything since I was taking photos a couple of days ago, so nothing has changed. I've got my plunger pulled all the way. I try to restart the software again. And it does nothing now, which is kind of what I had sort of expected it was going to do. Turn on auto exposure and see if auto exposure gives me anything. Nope. I get nothing. I have 0 feed going into my camera. Okay. Well, the unfortunate thing is everything else is kind of shut down and not working properly. The dyno is not working right, and I cannot broadcast until I get this problem fixed. So, with that to wit, I'm ready to broadcast, but my equipment is not. I have no idea what is wrong. I'm not getting any visibility at all. There is no kind of cap or anything. I'm getting... everything's all straight. Except that the capture will not work. So I've got no camera. Okay, well, we are going to have to... boy. What do we do? Best I can do at this point is uninstall and reinstall the software. Let's see. Uninstall the Amscope software. And then I have to go find it and reinstall it and see if that helps. Sorry, folks. I'm going to try to get this going because I really want to do this today. And it just doesn't seem to be working in my favor at all. Very active today. I don't want to upgrade my software. Thank you, but no thank you. Remind me again. Never. Okay. There we go. Unzip the files to downloads. And place the file in the destination folder. And now go back to downloads. And what's going on here? A PDF in there. What's that for? Let's see. Go back to AmScope. Set up my Nscope. These are all setup programs, though. Here. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. Sometimes this stuff works a little slower than other times. Here we go. Yes, open this file. Thank you very much. Yes. Next, I agree. Install. Finish. My only next move is to unplug the camera and plug it back in the back of the computer. That's the only other thing I would know how to do. That could be done. And it is not working still. So I have no idea what to do at this point. Hang on, let me try to unplug it and replug it. Nope, looks like we're going to have to cancel. Yeah, I've unplugged the camera at the camera end and I've unplugged it at the computer end. I've uninstalled and reinstalled the software. I've done everything I can. And so at this point, it's just, I don't know. I'm going to work on it and play with it until I get it right. I'm sorry, folks. I'll see you guys when I see you. I'm going to have to restart my computer again to get the... Okay, I'll call you, Eric. But I'm going to have to play with this and see if I can get it right. And if I do, I'll come back. Sorry, folks. Okay, so it looks like I'm back. Give everybody else a chance to come back in. Can anyone hear me? Get anybody to hear me? We finally have a working microscope. I should have realized that when I uninstalled and reinstalled the software, that I would have to restart. Hey, Robert. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So it looks like we're going to get going again, hopefully. Take my auto exposure off. Set my camera to look at these coins. Yeah. Krusty Coins, it was an issue with my camera. I had to shut everything down and start over again. But it appears as though my camera is working now. So we are going to move on with it as it is. And so this is coin number 1. Hang on, let me change my frame rate so I get a little better responsiveness. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let me get my light set up right, and we'll be good to go. There we go. Okay, we're good to go. This is coin number 1. This one's going to belong to our wonderful friend Jim Fletcher, who I hope is back. Yes, he is. He's here. So there's coin number 1 for you. Let's take a look everywhere and see what we can see and see if there's anything there to give us the heebie-jeebies or the jitters. Eric, are you around? You back in, Eric? All right, excellent. I'm glad everybody's coming back. Man, that was a... well, I have words for it. It wasn't fun. Let's just go there. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the reverse on the first 10 coins in the roll to see if, well, maybe we're catching something that we've never caught before. But there are no known double die reverses for the 1957D issue. Given that there are no known double die reverses for the 57D issue, we'll look at the reverse on the first 10 coins, and then thereafter we're not going to be looking at the reverses. Well, in part to make the show a little more brief, but also in part because, well, I just kind of think it's sort of a waste of time. So we will be looking through the reverses on the coins after we get finished with the show. But during the show, I think people want to see the meat of the meal and not the the whole inner workings of everything. So this is a nice RPM here. Nice little RPM 1957D. Let's zoom in on this one. Take a little closer look at it. I have a feeling I've seen this die before, and I like it. It's a nice one. So we do have, okay, so it looks like he's crying die scratches, so that we can use that as a marker. Let me back out just a little bit here. Make it a little easier to digest. Here. There we go. Nice sharp picture. Still having problems with my frame rate. Let me move it down some more and see if I can. Here, now we're getting a little better. Okay, so this will be die number 1 for the roll. Die number 1 for the roll is a very nice upper split serif. It's got a split on the lower serif too. It's not as visible, but it is definitely there. So it's a split serifs RPM. Nice little RPM. This one's going to Stonecutter. And he is crying die scratches. And there are concentric die scratches on the face and in the face area. And so, and then there's that one unicorn horn coming out of his forehead. So we can remember all that. That's going to be coin number 2. It's going to be the first RPM for the roll. Now coin number 3. Coin number 3 is for Bob Hampton. And it looks like we have a relatively normal 1957 D Lincoln set here. Let's take a look and see if we see anything else. There are a few spots on this one. This is a Fed Reserve wrapped roll. So whatever went into this roll, is what comes out. I really can't tell you one way or the other exactly what's going to come out of it. I have seen the contents of Chicago Fed Reserve wrap rolls before, and they're usually pretty decent. Let's take a look at the reverse on this one, then we'll move on. We're about 45 minutes late. No, 30 minutes late. We're about 30 minutes late getting started. So all of the other shows that are scheduled for this afternoon are going to start about 30 minutes late. And yes, we do have for this evening, here's another different RPM. Nice little split serif there. That's not the same thing. It's not the same one. So this one's got north and south die scratches under the 1.9. Not the same thing as the other. A little bit smaller split in the upper and the lower. We've seen this die before, I'm sure. Not in this roll, but I think we've seen this die before. That's coin number 4. Now coin number 5 for Malcolm. Malcolm here. And here's one with a scratch between the 9 and the 5. It's not going to be an RPM. Let's check it and see if it is a double die lid. No. Well, does it have doubling in Liberty? No. So let's flip it over and see the reverse and see what we can see. If there's anything there. Okay, so I was going to let you guys know that the 1938S rolls will be coming up this evening. I decided to do those in the evening time to give more people the opportunity to be able to see them, because I know a lot of people are at work right now. This one's for Chris Hurley. And we got nothing there. And I will be finishing some of the remainder of this week's reveals tomorrow before the auction. And I will be doing more reveals during the auction, be selling more reveals during the auction. We will get those done as soon as I possibly can. But we noticed that even on the best days, there are possibilities for issues. So I do the best I can with this. It's something I love to do, something I want to do. So don't ever think that I'm dreading scheduling these and dreading doing them, because this is, it's all in a great fun for me. And I enjoy watching you guys get goodies. It's just my problem sometimes is I'm just not able to get these done every day like I would like to. Sometimes I can. Some weeks I'm good. Other weeks I'm just not. And I can't tell ahead of time, so I have no idea. I do what I can when I can. But you guys know that I'm straight up and honest with you guys, and I will always make sure you get what you're here for. So 1957D, let's talk about it for a minute. Double die reverses, unknown. Double die obverses, mostly double die lids and doubling in Liberty. And so that's kind of what we're looking for on the obverse. I've never seen a doubled ear or anything like that for the 1957D. Although that doesn't mean we'd never see one. It's just we haven't seen one yet. But as I have said with all the other rolls that I do, I'm going to check the first 10 coins in this roll to see if we happen to have any double die reverses that we didn't previously know about. Here's one for Marshall. And Marshall gets, it's an RPM. It's going to be the second RPM in the roll. Second RPM in the roll. We've got concentric die scratches on the coat. What else do we have? Do we have anything that's really going to make a mark down here for us? We do have north and south die scratches through the 1.9. We've already established that, but there are so many dies that have die scratches like that. It's usually better to try to get a marker that is unusual, something that we don't see all the time, to use to identify these. I mean, I can use this one heavier die scratch right here on the front of the lapel. That could be a usable thing for us. So I probably use that. North and south die scratches in the 1.9, and we've got a heavier die scratch on the front of the lapel. It's a rather minor split both serifs. And so we'll take a look at the reverse on this one. We already know that we did not get a double die on the other example of this particular RPM, so our chances of finding a double die on this one are going to be extremely low. But that doesn't change. Nah, you only missed the first 8.5 coins. And we have 2 RPMs that we're digging for in this so far. Could be more. 2 RPMs so far. Now, 1957D is very strange in that, well, 1957 as a year is the only year that have the doubling in liberty like the 57 does. And it's really strange, but there are double dies that show like over here in ERTY of Liberty, and you just don't see those in any other issue, and I don't have any idea exactly why. Thoughts are there could be some possibility that there were 2 master hubs created, or two masters, and the 2 masters were used interchangeably at times, and that could have caused an issue with the doubling, but the doubling is a little bit different and in different directions on different coins. There we go. There's another one. That's got the little die scratch on the front of the lapel that we're looking for, and it's got the north and south die scratches in the 1.9 of the date. So that's going to be another one of the die number 2 for the roll. Yeah, I'm not going to look at the other side of this one. There's no need. The Mac gets one of these. And now coin number 12. Coin number 12 goes to Adam Chambers. And Adam gets, well, this one's got the die scratch between the 9 and 5, so this one's not going to have anything on it other than a few die scratches here and there. Good day, Mr. Cross. And let's see. That's going to be coin number 12. Now on to coin number 13. We're a little late getting the shows started because everyone got to see my little dilemma with my microscope camera not working properly, and instead of flipping a lid and getting all mad about it, I just figured out what the problem was. Took me a few tries. I got it, though. I got it, and we're back. We're good to go. Oh, double die. Double die right there. And let me bring it in. Okay. It kind of fools you at first that it may not be a double die, but it actually is. You can see the doubling right here, right here. You can see it up here, down the side of the T. You can see it on this side of the T. And then if I move it over just a little bit more, you can actually see it on the front of the E right here. So mostly on the Y, yes, mostly on the Y, but it does show in other areas of the design. But there it is. And let's see. Now I know that we've seen this because this is the house. Remember? The house roof? We've got the house roof of die scratches, and that means double die. So I know that we've seen this die before, which means that this could also have some DDO number 2 RPM number 5 in it, because that's what this family of rolls was producing. So let's move on to coin number 14 with Eric. Hopefully everybody gets different dies in this one than they had before. Oof, this one is unfortunately a little scuffy, but this one's going to be the die scratch between the 9 and 5, so it doesn't have anything else on the coin. Looks like Larry got a hold of this one. Not a good thing when Larry gets a hold of them. Alright, that's coin number 14. And now number 15. We've got 3 different dies now that we're looking for. 2 different RPMs plus a double die obverse. This is one of the RPMs. This is the second RPM for the roll. Nope, it's not. It's not the same thing. We've got different die scratches. This must be the first one. Yeah, I'm thinking it has to be the first one because it doesn't have the same die scratches on it. What did we pick for a marker on the first one? Let's see. Let's see what I picked. If I can remember what it was by seeing it. Concentric die scratches. Aha, he's crying die scratches. That's right. He's crying die scratches. And the the unicorn head. And I don't see that part of it. There it is. Right there. The old die scratch coming out of the forehead going up. So yeah, that's what this one is. So this is die 1 for the roll. And these 2 little die scratches make an equals sign out here in front of the 1. I kind of like that for a marker because it's a little bit unusual. Not going to see it every day. So this one's going to go to Jim Fletcher. So Stonecutter and Jim Fletcher each have one of these now. Now for number 16. This one's Yo Man. What Yo Man wants? Let's see if Yo Man gets what Yo Man wants. Well, we have this is a second die for the roll. Second RPM for the roll. I don't know exactly what numbers these are, but I know that they've been listed recently, rather recently, like within the last month. But that's a Yo Man coin for you right there. That's going to be coin number 16. Now coin number 17. 17 for Mike Birchman. And Mr. Mike is going to get... this one looks like it's probably going to turn out to be normal. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see anything on this one, so pass it. Move on to the next coin. Number 18 now. 18 to Marshall. Number 18 to Marshall. Hey, he's going to get himself an RPM. This is RPM 2 for the roll. I apologize for the condition of the coins, but something you just can't tell before you dig in. It looks like these things were shaking around quite a bit in the bin before they were wrapped. But I do know it is an original roll. I know that because, well, we're seeing the exact same dies repeated over and over again, so very little chance it's anything but an original roll. And this is another RPM here. This one is going to be, well, this one's a different one. Looks different altogether, I think. No, it's die 2 for the roll. Die 2 for the roll, I believe. Alright, there we go. I think Eric disappeared on us. Here's Deanne for you. Deanne, coin number 20. And let's see what Deanne gets. Well, no roof, so we're dealing with a normal coin here as it appears. And keep going around and see if I find anything here. Perhaps I found another new die. But no, it's normal, unfortunately. So that's for Deanne. Now coin number 21. 21 for Carl. Let's see what Mr. Ignatz gets. Oh, look at that. We have a roof over the D, so we're going to have a double die. Roof over the D means double die, and there it is. There's your double die. You can see it especially in the TY of Liberty. Let me get this in focus a little bit better. There's a die clash of the Sea of Scent right above that TY. That's what that little dip in the field is. Nice little double die here for Carl. That's going to be coin number 21. Now coin number 22, Chris Hurley. Let's see what Chris Hurley gets. Well, it looks like this one's going to turn out to be a normal coin with a spot on it. Not good. That's what it is, though. It is what it is. And here's coin number 23, Adam Connor. And Adam Connor gets one of the RPMs. This one is a die 2. It's got the north-south die scratches. It's got the scratch in the front of the vest, or front of the lapel, coat lapel. It's got a couple of die scratches on the face that you can see pretty clearly. And that's what that is. So Adam gets number 2 for the roll. Now coin number 24. 24 to Paul Hempton. Mr. Hempton gets... Yeah, this one appears to be a normal coin. And unfortunately a normal coin. So Dog decides to come up here and lay down just before I started broadcasting. So he's been downstairs most of the day. And he decides to come up here and lay down just to go to sleep and snore while I'm doing my broadcast. So that is his love tap to you guys. So Sherman loves you if you can hear him snoring. He's doing it just for you. Because I know he's not doing it for my benefit. There's another of our nice RPMs. This is number 1 for the roll, I do believe. Or could it be number 2? Nope, it is a number 1, I do believe. Should be crying die scratches, and he is. So this is number 1. This one's for Thomas. Now we're halfway through the roll. Coin number 26. Hey, Eric. These are dies that I know that I've seen before, and relatively recently, like within the last few weeks. This one's got the die scratch between the 9 and the 5, so this one's not going to have a die variety on it. And as soon as you see one of these, you're going to recognize it. You're going to remember what it was. So be on the ready, because I think you'll be able to tell me a die number pretty quickly. Here's number 27. 27 for Yo Man. There we go. So die number 2 for this roll. We've got a mild split upper serif, die scratches north and south through the 1 and 9 of the date. We've got a extra little die scratch out here on the front of the lapel, and you got a few little die scratches right on the cheek, and that's about all I've got to give you on the obverse for this one, but I do believe it should be relatively easy to pull out what die this was. Yeah, there was a DDO in the last 57D roll. We're picking the DDO, and we're picking 2 different RPMs. This is one of the 2 RPMs. This one's the one that came out second in this roll, so this will be the second RPM for this roll. It's also got that die dot over between the 1 and the vest. There's actually 2 die dots there, or a few actually. So we can use that as well. But this is definitely a die 1 for this roll. And here is coin number 28. 28 goes to Marshall. Let's see what Marshall gets. And see, there's the one that's got the squiggly line out there on the vest. So this one's not going to have anything on it. This will be another normal coin. You just looked at that roll this morning? Okay, well, I guess I made the mistake of scheduling 2 sister rolls in a 2-week span. John Brandon Bow now. John Brandon Bow with coin number 29. And coin number 29 turns out to be another normal coin. Coin 29, normal coin. I don't think these RPMs are different. I think they're the same thing. This is the Chicago Fed roll. So I did a Chicago Fed roll of 57D last week. Here's another one of the RPM 2 for this roll. Minor split on both serifs, with my primary marker being north and south die scratches through the 1-9 and the mint mark of the date. The 1-9 of the date and the mint mark. And then there's a little die scratch right up here. Here, let me get my exposure time down to give you guys the opportunity of being able to see it a little bit better. Not that far. This guy right here. There's a little die scratch right on the front of the lapel. Nice little split upper and lower serif. And that's all we've got for that. That's die number 2 for the roll. This one goes to Malcolm, coin number 30. Now coin number 31. Coin number 31 will be for Mr. Fletcher. And for Mr. Fletcher, we will do this. It's going to be a normal coin. It's got that. It has a fat appearance to the sticks of the mint mark, and then it's got this little die scratch right here that I'm seeing, kind of next to the bottom of the D on the vest. And then these north, south, and east and west, northwest to southeast die scratches. Now, this also has it's got a lot of die scratches running in a number of different directions. It is not a doubled die. It is not a doubled eyelid. And we don't have doubling anywhere else on the coin, so all in all, this one's kind of an unexciting coin, but yeah, you never know. One of the unexciting dies. The unexciting make the exciting more exciting. Isn't that right? I say that right? I'll gain up a little bit and turn my brightness up just so we can see this stuff a little better. There we go. Get my focus in just a little bit. My main focus issue is that I'm doing a pretty low resolution camera shot here. Alright, there's the die scratch between the 9 and the 5 and the date, so this one's going to be a normal coin. We'll take a really quick look at it for any large error issues. And then as I stick it in the flip, I'm putting it in with the reverse up so I can see exactly what's going on with the reverse when I'm putting it in the flip. And if there's anything major, I'll definitely stop and we'll take a good look at it. Alright, this one's for Eric, and it's the exact same die I just opened. Coin's not anywhere near as nice a condition. These coins did not come out as good as I remember the previous roll of this particular bank. John Brandon Bow now. It's coin number 34. And coin number 34 turns out to be, it appears it's going to be a normal coin. Yes, number 34 turns out to be a normal coin. That's John Brandon Bow. Moving on now to coin number 35. Our next roll is going to be a 1970S original bank wrapped roll. Be doing that as soon as this one's over. Come right back in. Give me about a 5-minute break. Get myself situated for it. This one's going to be a die number 1 for the roll. die number 1. He's going to be crying die scratches. There it is right there. He's crying die scratches. Alright. Should also have a unicorn die scratch right there. Really thin die scratch running up toward the U from the forehead. And that's it for this one. That's Deanne. And now coin number 36. This goes to Bob Hampton. Bob could use a little bit of variety action here. Let's see what's going on. Well, and he gets one. Bob gets a variety. This is going to be a die number 2 for this roll. Second die for this roll. Okay, yeah, Eric's on his way to identifying these die varieties. We have seen similar coins, so we're working through the issue right now, trying to figure out exactly what these are. And in the meantime, I'm opening up the remainder of the roll, and we're getting, well, it looks like a normal coin this time around. This one's going to get a Carl Ignatz. It's coin number 37. Now coin number 38. Go Wi-Fi. And Go Wi-Fi will pull, looks like another normal coin this time. It is, got that big long die scratch in front of the nose. That is one of the normal dies for this particular roll. I'll toss that into holder number 38, and we'll move on to coin number 39. 39 for Deanne. And that's going to be a die 2 for the roll. This will be one of our die number 2 for the roll. And there you have it. Got a dent on the T in Liberty. It's a hit on the coin. Oh, coin number 40 now. I'm sorry, coin number 40. McBride. Mr. McBride. What does Mr. McBride get but a normal coin? You can see it because of the little D-shaped die gouge over there on the lapel. Hello, Kelly. Nothing going here. So another normal coin. And then number 41. Adam Chambers. Adam. Die scratch between the 9 and the 5. So we're not going to have anything on this coin. It's going to be another normal coin. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Now we got coin number 42, Mike Birchman. Let's see what Mike ends up with. And it's going to have the die scratch between the 9 and the 5. Same thing Adam got. Same die. Which does not have a die variety. Now we're going on to number 43. Number 43 is Mike Birchman. Again. And maybe we'll get a die variety this time. Nope. Same die again. Good gosh. Okay, so Mike gets that one. Unfortunate. A breeze in the wind right there, but yeah, I tell you what, you stick with this stuff, you end up with value, that's for sure. You might bomb out a couple of coins here and there. You might bomb out an entire roll, but you're not going to bomb out all the time because, well, luck of the day tells us that we have pulled a number of die varieties that are probably worth a good high percentage above what the cost into the rolls were overall. There's a lot of lucky folks got a lot of really good stuff out of these rolls over time. It's also fun to look at them, and just to kind of figure out what's up with them, you know, what's going on. and to see that having a bank wrapped roll doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a beautiful roll. This roll is definitely bank wrapped, and it is definitely not beautiful. Let's see, there's one for Yeoman. I got to turn that back around. What's up, Brian? There we go. There's one for Yeoman. And Yeoman will take this coin right here. It's another one of our RPM 2 for the roll. Second RPM for the roll. And it has nothing else going on, just the RPM. It's a minor split upper serif with a minor split lower serif. It'll be rather difficult to photograph, but it's going to be there, and it's good enough. This one's for Chris Hurley. This is coin number 48. And Chris, with coin number 48, gets, this one's going to be a normal coin. It's unfortunately going to be a normal one. Oh, no, oh, yuck. This is a double die. This is one of the double dies. I could see it just barely on the tip of the 9. Or the Y, I'm sorry. The tip of the Y. Right up here and right over here you can see the doubling. It's unfortunately been damaged in that area, but it is the double die. You can see there it's got the roof over. Ding, ding, roof over the D. Canadian sent OBW roll. Are you talking about the 2012s that you sent? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. And I do appreciate that, too. I sent Jessica hers. She has hers. So this is one of the double dies, but it's an unfortunate example because it does have damage right where the doubling is. Here's coin number 49. This is Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers gets coin number 49. Coin number 49 is another one of our RPM 2 for the roll. Second RPM for the roll. And I definitely appreciate it, Kelly. Thank you very much. It's a learning experience. Every time that we get into something like this, very nice learning experience. Love to see coins from different countries. Surag gets coin number 50, last coin in the roll, and this one is kind of spotty. And this one's going to turn out to be believe this is going to be die number 1 for the roll. I do believe it is. So we're going to pull this off and pull it out as a die number 1 for the roll, and Surag is going to get that, and here we are. This is the results of the roll. RPM, the first RPM in the roll, it's going to be coins numbered 50, 35, 27, 25, 15, and 2. The second RPM in the roll, coins numbered 49, 47, 39, 36, 30, 23, 19, 18, 16, 11, 9, and 4. Pretty nice little stack right there, I tell you what. Nice little stack. Now we've got the double die that we're finding in this roll. Double die obverse in ERTY of Liberty is coin numbers 48, 21, and 13. And those are going to belong to Wi-Fi Carl and Chris Hurley. So that is what it is. And the normal coins, it looks like it's about half the roll. Roughly half the roll was die variety. So it is a pretty decent roll. And get these stuck here on the end of that. And I'm going to let you guys go because I will be back in probably 10 to 15 minutes with the next reveal. It's going to be a 1970 S roll. Going to do our best to poke out some nice double dies or maybe some small dates or something. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. I appreciate it. I'll see you then.